Hey everyone, I'm going to do a little video today about a couple web orders and a local purchase. There's definitely some problems with this order you're looking at here on my TV screen. It's off Aliexpress, and their listing says Kyosho OEM GTR. And even scrolling down, we get to this brand here. It says Kyosho OEM. So I ordered this thinking it was made by Kyosho. You know, especially when you look at these things on a phone, it's hard to really catch all the details. So it turns out it's not a Kyosho. I'm going to show you the car, of course. And then here's the second one. I ordered a Rolls Royce off this eBay seller here, HCJ401. And I suspect it might be damaged a little bit because I don't think it was shipped in a box. So let's talk about these orders here. And maybe I can save you guys some money. So if you want a genuine Kyosho Skyline, you don't want to buy that listing off AliExpress that I showed you earlier. But let's talk about it first here. It's actually a pretty good car, I guess, but you can buy a real Kyosho for less money sometimes, so that's what made me angry. Their listing is like around $11, but I think a real Kyosho was less than that at retail when they were new. So what I noticed after buying this car is that it has black windows and the headlights are painted silver. So a real Kyosho has clear windows and the headlights have plastic inserts. And also all Kyoshos have the writing on the bottom with their brand name and the model. And this thing is just obviously, it's detailed, but it's clearly not a Kyosho. Nor is it an OEM Kyosho, original equipment manufacturer. Also, Kyosho wheels have air going through their spokes, whereas this is more like Aoshima, where it's just blocked off plastic. So, if you look up pictures of a real Kyosho Skyline, this model is a KPGC110. You'll notice the Kyosho one has actual real spokes, whereas this is blocked off plastic. So I'm gonna just use this as fodder for customization. I'm gonna get some aftermarket wheels and modify it. But here, just to let you know, it has tampo printing here on the side, the back, but the back is painted red taillights. They're not plastic like a real Kyosho again. The front might be a little hard to see. There's a little GTR logo there in the black grille. So, as I say, as an actual model, it's not too bad. It's kind of scratched there. But again, a real Kyosho is better. It's a noticeably better detailed, and you might be able to get it for the same price. Maybe online, on eBay, you might be able to get it for like $15, I bet. So, just a heads up, guys, if you see this listing on AliExpress, I'm afraid it is too good to be true. So I have a claim going on with AliExpress, and they're generally pretty good about getting your money back. Alright, so since we're talking about Skylines, I picked this up at a used shop here, and it's a Prince Skyline GTB, body code or model code S54B 1965. So I did a little research on this. Apparently this is part of the second generation of Skylines, and this thing had an inline 4-cylinder and around 70 horsepower. Was a standard Skyline at the time, but this is again the GTB, which is actually designed for racing, and so they upgraded the engine to a 2-liter inline 6, a straight 6, and that it made around 123 horsepower, so significantly more power. And this thing was actually competing against the Porsche 904 at the time, and it actually was pretty successful in a lot of races, so it was quite interesting. Wikipedia or the internet says this thing has 13-inch wheels, so I guess that's believable, that these cars are in the same scale. Now the question is, who made this? I don't know. I thought it was either Kyosho or an Aoshima, but there's nothing here. But you'll notice here in this base, it actually says sample, made in China. So this must have been a pre-production sample or a dealer sample. If anyone has a Skyline GTB from a manufacturer, I'd be curious if you could maybe write in the comments if this is a Konami or a Kyosho. I assume could be a Daido, which is also a Kyosho. So that is interesting. But even for a pre-production or a sample, whatever that really means, not sure. Has a side printing here on the side, which is nice. The taillights are just painted. There's no plastic insert. There's a little impression of the rear deck logo there. You'll notice there's some paint rash going on here on the top and stuff, but I would have to guess this is a pretty old model. Maybe it's over 10 years old, possibly 20 years old. It's hard to tell. I'm hoping one of you guys can tell me. But the details are quite nice. You know, you can see the fine. It's not printing. It's actually molded in, but the grills. It's not a grill. The little vents, I guess, in the front hood. It's interesting. Why would that bump be there? Maybe that bump is like a dual. There's twin nozzles for the wiper fluid coming out of there. I'm not sure. I'll have to look up a real image of this car. But interesting styling, you know. This thing has a really tall greenhouse compared to the actual body of the car. It's kind of comical, to be honest with you, at least in my opinion. So, I don't know. I picked it up for like $6 or something, so I think it's a great car for the money. Alright, anyways, there's that one. Alright, so the next one. So again, the seller on eBay is HZJ4401, and there's over 16,000 sales from this seller, so I figured, you know, this person would, you know, ship it properly. It's a Rolls Royce. But you'll notice here in the packaging, I don't think there's an actual cardboard box. So this seller thinks that the plastic case for this car is supposed to do all the protection. But, I mean, if you're going to buy this thing and you're going to give it away as a present to someone for Christmas or something, there's a good chance this plastic box might be cracked. So that's what I'm afraid of. So let's see. Am I lucky? There is foam, so that's nice. I just feel it should be in a cardboard box, then foam or bubble wrap, and then this thing. I think I'm in good shape. But I figured I'd record this in case I had to make a claim. Alright, so let's get this out of there. Well, off the bat, this is a nice looking car. I can't even see it all, but I've yet to buy a car that has a piece of fabric holding it down. You know, I've seen plastic, but this is actual cloth, so it won't scratch the paint. Unless maybe the seller, it's possible this seller actually went ahead and did this. Yeah, actually, that might be the case. Alright, let's take this off here. Okay, so we got our little photo etched emblem here, Phantom 7, 1/64 scale, the Rolls-Royce logo. And I did a little research on this car. You know, the 7th generation of the Phantom, they've actually sold over 10,000 of these over the years, which is a lot of luxury cars. You know, these things cost as much as a nice house, $500,000 or give or take. And this thing first debuted in 2003 and had a production run all the way until 2017. They had many different types of versions, of course. Extended wheelbase, which is this one, so it has a larger rear door. A standard one, I believe a coupe as well. So, but irregardless, the actual die cast here, this thing is looking very sweet. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if you could pick up all the details because it's such a dark metallic green. Okay, so this kind of bothers me. There's a physical scratch in the windshield. I can feel it with my fingernail. So that is not very nice. Now, was that a problem from the manufacturer, or did the dealer screw this up? I don't know. Looking, you got the Dubai license plate, which is cool. I really like license plate numbers. I don't care whose license plate it is. It just looks more realistic to have a license plate number on a car than just a blank white plate, which I think TLV is guilty of doing very often. There's actually inserts here on the side mirrors, you know, So it looks kind of reflective. They look like they're actual chrome plastic inserts. It's hard to see the brown interior, of course, on such a small car, but it is there. And it's, in the middle console, I can actually see it's painted a different brown than the molded plastic brown. So the steering wheel is black in there. So, you know, I think it's a nice model, but I don't know what to do about this scratch in the windshield. You know, if this was a cheaper model, I could maybe let it slide, but I think I paid like I paid like $30 for this thing, so I kind of expect perfection for $30. Maybe I'll get a little money back through eBay. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Alright, take care. Bye.